Zoe's back.
Zoe's back.
Let's go.
The return.
Turns out you literally need me.
Yeah, back by popular demand.
Low key.
Yeah, everybody, there was a petition started.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
thousands of people signed it.
Thousands of cigs.
all of Zoe's dedicated fans.
It's always a good hang.
All right, we got a topic this time.
We sure do. Let's give a quick shout out to GILL for wearing my fucking merch.
Check
Hey.
it. Check it.
Listen to fucking Nonstop Deathmatch. It's out. The vet, you can buy that on my store.
You can cop this on the store.
Yeah.
These shirts are lights out.
At
dude.
the point of this episode released, and yeah, I'll have it up by then.
All right,
Let's
bet.
hope.
Bet. The album should be out by then, right?
Yeah, should be.
Yeah. Fuck
Wow.
yeah. It's exciting shit right there.
I feel like we're living in the future right
Yeah,
now.
wow. Congrats
Yep.
on your album that's totally out right now.
Thank you.
Check out the music video too on Nostalgia.
Yes. Shot a fun music video. Literally just goofed around in front of a camera.
That's like what we're doing right now.
So true. Anyway, Zoe, what are we talking about today?
It's my understanding that we're talking about unwritten social rules. Right?
Real quick, did you start the button?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. Sorry.
Think
Just
I'm,
making
you
sure.
think I'm stupid or something?
No.
Unwritten social rules, dude. Dude, you know, I was thinking about this topic and it differs from culture to culture. Like so heavy, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even think
I
about
feel like
that.
it's kind
that
of an
like
objective, like we're doing the kind of our American experience,
true.
you know?
True. I was riding my bike on the Beltline today, and I have a lot of thoughts about this after doing that.
There are definitely Beltline rules.
Yeah,
Or there
Beltline
should be.
Beltline should honestly be its own category. Beltline social rules.
Yeah, how about eliminate e-scooters? Get out.
You don't fuck with the e-scooters?
It's just like they're just always
They're just always
like
around.
watch where you're going. If you're on an
Yeah.
e-scooter that can go like 30 miles an hour.
They're
like,
whipping. And
Yeah.
and like if you get drilled with one of those, dude, ow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out for sure.
Dude, my thing is like, I'll be riding my bike or I'll be skating on the Beltline sometimes, and someone's walking their dog and they're on the right side and they're just holding the leash out like this. The dog's like on the other side of the.
Yeah, lock in.
I'm like,
The
listen.
dog, like the dog and the human are taking up the whole path.
Yeah, and the
lock
dog
it.
is just in the oncoming traffic lane.
Yeah.
Man.
I also hate when there's like a big group of people and they have to take up the whole
Oh my
bell line,
gosh.
especially if you're like on your bike or on a run. Like I'm like, hello, like I'm doing something, and they're
Yeah.
always like walking real slow, got mad drinks in their hand. Like
Yeah.
Yeah. The
Like-
Beltline is a path kind of that wraps around Atlanta.
Yeah.
Or for most of
For
it,
the
for
most
those
part.
that don't know. But
The Atlanta
Yeah.
ones know that it's both awesome and a shit show.
yeah, when it's
At all
nice out on a Saturday,
Dude, I tried riding my longboard
No.
a couple days ago when it was super nice out, and like people just don't give a fuck. They'll literally, I'll be like on your left, and they look, and then they don't move.
I just don't get that because I feel like I'm so hyper aware of other people and trying not to invade their space, and like
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't get how you could just not care about that.
I mean, it's dangerous for one. Like if a bike rider or, you know, like you just said, like if you get hit by a bike going 30 miles an hour, like that's
I'm sorry.
you're like, yeah.
I was walking with some friends under the Krog Street Tunnel. I don't know, this was a few weeks ago, and this guy not funny, but this guy like turned on his bike and like I saw him like wobble a little bit, and he like tried to catch himself, and he just and then like he apologized, and I was just like, no, like I'm sorry that like I saw that. Like if that was me, I would just like hope that nobody saw it.
Wait, he tried to get out of the way, kind of?
I don't know. He just fell. Like he just like truly fell completely just on his bike. Like and then he apologized to us. So we're like, why are you?
that's crazy. Dude.
That's so funny.
That's poor guy.
Oh, hope you're doing well out there.
I've had a couple Beltline falls.
Yeah, it's all right.
They're embarrassing.
Let's dive into some unwritten social rules. Yo.
Let's do it, man. You want to start us
Yeah,
off?
I'll rip one. You know, if I'm talking to you, this is gonna be a lot of like I might get a little fired up during this episode, but
Good.
if I'm talking to you and you're staring at your phone while I'm talking to you, we're no longer friends.
That's like
I'll
a
just
one
shut
and
up
done.
and walk away.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. It's like, God,
Dude, that's it. I feel like that's happened to me a bunch of times recently, and it honestly just really hurts my feelings.
It's incredibly, it hurts.
It just like when you're trying to be present with someone and when you're trying to contribute to the conversation, and they're like, yeah, whatever. I'm like,
oh, I'll just disappear.
I just like don't want to be in this social situation anymore.
Because it's like if you have something going on your phone like that you need to take care of, just be like, hang on a second, I care about what you're saying. I need to handle it.
Yeah,
like if it's like an urgent
it.
thing, like I gotta text this, whatever. But yeah, if you're like doom scrolling while I'm like trying to have a real conversation with you, like get with it.
Yeah. You can go evaporate.
Yeah, sucks.
Oh no. Zoe, real quick, making sure you're talking close to the mic too. You can pull it closer to you if you need to.
Oh, like this.
Yep, perfect. Zoe, you want to rifle one off?
One that I thought of just because it happened to me kind of recently, and I feel like I don't know if you guys experience this, but like as a woman, I feel like people think that they can just touch you.
Ooh. Oh, I had that on my list.
Especially like older men, and especially like working in the service industry. I thought of this because I work at a Mexican restaurant, and Cinco de Mayo was the most batshit crazy shift I've ever worked in my life. And I was running food through this like packed dining room of people. And I like literally have trays on my arm. And this man grabs my arm, pulls me back, and then says, "Where's the bathroom?"
Are you serious?
Did you really need to grab me about where's the bathroom?
No.
How about you look around? Like,
right.
where do you think the like, I mean, you guys have been there. It's like, where would the bathroom be? Like,
okay.
It's in the back.
It's, oh God. And it's just like, that happens all the time where like people just, when I was working as a music therapist, especially when I worked in like a nursing home, it was like, people just think that they can just touch you. Actually, you can't just touch me. I don't want to be touched by you. Like, don't do that.
Yeah. Consent in general, like if it's contextual, number one, like you, and it's just, like don't touch a person without. People fucking touch me all the time too, like as a bartender.
Yeah.
There's people, I've been pouring a bottle before and someone will like hold my arm trying to get a stiffer pour. Yo, dude.
What?
Yeah. What the hell is the matter with you, dude?
My God,
That's
that
like
would
I'm
piss me
getting
off.
security.
I
man.
freak out, dude. I freak out. But
Oh
that's only
my
happened a few
God.
times.
I would be
in
like,
my
you're
life.
cut off, get out.
Yeah, do not fucking touch me.
Yeah.
That's trying to get more alcohol is
dude.
crazy.
Like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
And then they probably just try to laugh.
I'm
it
like
off.
actually fuming just thinking about that.
It's gonna be a long conversation, friends.
Start.
I had one. I mean, if we can just kind of stay on that train for a sec. Unwritten social rule: when someone says no about fucking anything,
Yeah.
that means no.
No means no. Yep.
Yeah, man. I think. I mean, I don't really go out much anymore, so I don't see it as much. But some people who just like refuse to take no for an answer, that piss me off, dude.
Mhm.
And that goes for, everything from like if you're hooking up with someone to, if you're trying to stop a server to get some whatever, like people hear the word no and feel like they're being presented a challenge, which is like not the case.
Mm-hmm.
And so I feel like maybe that just needs to be said. Like if someone tells you no in any scenario, like
I feel like that happens like in the service industry a lot too. Like people will ask for something and sometimes the answer is no. Sometimes you can't do it. And then they just like keep pushing you on it. Like, I work here.
Right,
I actually know the answer to this. The answer is no.
And sometimes it's not up to you. It's like, this is how we do things.
Right.
I'm not going to like risk my job to like over an argument with you or
I
whatever.
know exactly what you're referring to right
Mhm.
now.
Yeah. And just like, I don't know. Some people, even if it's like, my sister used to be like this. She was like a drink pusher. It's like, I don't want another shot.
Oh,
No.
dude.
Come
Ooh.
on. It's like,
I hate that.
Yeah.
Stop. Or like, oh, do you want another plate? Do you want another one? Nope. No.
Oh, that happens so much. Like you're like I'm thinking like your Italian grandma.
Yes,
Like you like
yes.
I'm like I'm actually bursting at the seams. I don't want more food.
And
Leave
now
me
we have
alone.
fucking eating disorders.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good one.
Crazy. Gil, rip us, man.
Staring. at people. Staring and just like staring
I
in
do
general.
this all
First
the
of all,
time.
you do it?
Sometimes, like, I don't know, like, when I'm at work and I'm like behind the counter, I like to people watch, and then sometimes I'm like, oh no, I've
They
been
catch
staring
you.
at this person for way too long.
Okay, I've actually had that thought. It's a good point. Like, but like, it's my job to like check on people and like
Yeah.
make sure, oh, your drink's coming to an end there, whatever. Like, sometimes I feel weird though. I feel like kind of creepy, but that's
Yeah.
not. I don't consider that the same thing. I'm talking like this dude's on the subway, just been grilling me for 2 straight minutes. That is number one. It's creepy as hell. Number two, it's an evolutionary response. When like even our ancestors, like our apes ancestors, like we're looking at a cheetah and it's staring at us.
Threat.
Like, it's likely these unwavering gazes. Like we treat them with suspicion because that was probably a predator or something. But so like I feel like when someone's staring at me, it is a threat. It's a threat, or it's am I got to square up right now or whatever, or a competitor.
I try to be like very cognizant of this at the gym, especially. I just like, it doesn't even matter like if it's a man or a woman. I just like try not to look at anyone at the gym. There's just one dude that goes to my gym. I'm not gonna list the gym for confidentiality reasons, but he is just a staring king. Like Rachel and I call him Grump Ass. He's like always in a bad mood. And he's always scowling at people. I'm like, fix your shit, man. What? You are bringing the vibe down
At
here.
the
Yeah,
gym
that's
too?
too
At the
much.
gym?
It's like,
You're
isn't
doing
this,
too much.
isn't this where you are?
Working on yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
What the
Also, just like don't perceive me at the gym. You know, like do not look my way. Don't speak to me.
It's a low brim hat.
How do you guys feel about getting approached at the gym?
regarding what?
Yeah, it
If someone's
depends.
interested in you, say.
If they're
if,
hot, sure.
Right.
I'd say if they're not fucking weird about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel it, but I feel like people don't like approach people like that a lot anymore.
I agree.
Yeah, there's a
like
lot
I
of-
feel like there's a lot of reasons. I feel like it's because of like dating apps and stuff, and people don't know how to talk to each other anymore for like a slew of reasons. But I feel like, or maybe you guys feel this more as men, like you don't want to make somebody uncomfortable or whatever. But I feel like it doesn't happen, or maybe it just doesn't happen to me. But it just does. I don't know. A lot of people I feel like don't feel like they get approached anymore.
Right.
Yeah, I think there's definitely a fear amongst men. I'm not going to say all men because clearly
Yeah.
many men do not have this fear, but I do think there's like a lot of discourse right now around social safety, and you know, a little bit of that can bleed into like wanting to approach someone. But I do think that like the narrative around approaching someone has changed. Even if you're going at it with a totally pure intention, like think about the world we live in. People just immediately perceive it as threatening as opposed to flattering. And that's might be a blanket statement. You know, if someone came up to me
that
and started
also
talking, I'd be
depends.
very flattered, but it depends on the person.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
So, but at the gym, I'm not fucking approaching anybody, bro. That's
Yeah, I feel
weird.
like well, I
Yeah.
feel like there's we've been, I don't know, socialized a little bit or just whatever to not approach at the gym. Like the gym is
I
like
think it's just a good idea to not do that.
Yeah,
Right,
you're there
right.
like
I think if you see someone that you're interested in though, you should. You know what I mean? If as long as you do it, you know, respectfully, confidently, whatever.
yeah.
Sure.
You know, no women will be like, I don't want to be approached at the gym if they're getting approached by the love of their life. Let's be honest here.
Right.
Yeah.
Or anywhere. Like,
Right.
I don't know. I think it just depends. Like, if you catch a vibe, like, y'all are looking at each other or whatever, I don't know. As long as you're respectful and you don't, like, get fucking angry if they, like, say no to you, then.
Yeah. And if they're not making eye contact and giving you one word responses, check out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like, nope.
obviously.
It's usually
Bye.
pretty immediate if the vibe is there or not.
Yeah. I'm going to drop another one if that's cool.
Rip it, dog.
If you got a shopping cart overflowing with stuff and there's an elderly woman behind you with one bottle of wine,
I literally had
yeah,
this
of
fucking thing on my
course.
list,
Did you?
bro. I
Yeah.
had this exact thing.
dude, you let her play through.
If there's anybody behind you with one thing and you have a shopping cart full of things, it's at least an offer. Like, damn.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people don't.
Oh my gosh.
I just always go through self checkout now.
Yeah. I
don't
feel like it's
care.
every man for himself for some people.
People are just selfish, man.
Yeah.
Honestly, like
Or they're not aware, like we were talking about before. Like I'm so hyper aware of, especially one of mine was like in the grocery store, like people being too close to you.
Okay. Personal space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's a good
That
one.
makes me think of a big one. Can I go again?
Yeah.
Respect the sanctity of the line, goddammit. The line, bro.
Oh, like waiting in line?
Waiting in line.
Bro.
Don't dap your homie up and cut somebody in line unless you want a fucking fist fight.
Damn.
Wow.
Dude, the shame. Do you guys not feel like shame when you're like cutting or you're even if you're saying, say you guys are in line, you're like kind of close to the front and the line's long and I walk up and dap you up. What's good?
You just stand in line.
Yeah, well, people do that crap. But I'm saying, like, if I was standing, say me and Zoe are in line and you come up, you dap me up, you're kind of late to the party. I'm embarrassed. I'm feeling shameful that you're even coming up to me. Yo, go to the back of the line.
I don't fucking know you right
Get
now,
out of
bro.
here, bro. Get out of here.
Get out of here, bro.
Yeah.
Bail. Don't cut, period. Unless you're like, unless, And if you're working the line, do the right thing. Call that fucker out.
That's tough
Yeah.
because I've been in that. My last job was like a counter service situation, and that would happen a lot, or people wouldn't be paying attention, just end up accidentally cutting the line, and I just like would be like, and then like somebody behind them would get pissed, and I'd be like, I don't want to be dealing with this. Everybody sort it out yourselves.
My fear is that I'm going to be like, hey, this guy's cutting, and no one's going to care.
Yeah,
And
well,
now
I
look like an
guess that
idiot.
doesn't really bother me if I'm like, if we're talking like, if I'm at the DMV and I've been waiting for like 3 hours and that happened, I'd be pissed. But like, if I'm going to a restaurant or something, I feel like maybe this is another one, like a pivot, but don't go to a restaurant in a rush. You know what I'm saying?
If you know it's rush time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like when I'm going to a restaurant, I'm trying to sit and chill. So like, if you cut me in line, you know what? I'm having a good time.
That's different. I'm more say like, let me paint a picture. Say you're waiting for it's a limited edition shoe drop, or it's a coveted sandwich that when they run out, they're out.
Oh,
and it's your only day to go.
okay,
It's just
yeah.
your one day off of work.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And it's
for
like,
sure.
if I'm the person running the line or whatever, I'm behind the counter. This happens at the bar sometimes. Someone bullies their way, and there's a short little girl that's just, disappearing into the crowd. I stand up for that. Hey, yo, I see you, or whatever.
Aww.
You are sane, damn it. Because you might disappoint that one fuck, but you're going to please 100 people. People see it, man.
Right.
And then
Yeah.
they're like, fuck, yeah, this guy rocks.
Yeah.
Or whatever. So,
Yeah.
I was watching Planet Earth. I was just telling you guys. And it was these desert baboons. There were these desert baboons. And they were searching for water for days, a couple days, maybe not a couple days. They'd probably be dead, but whatever. Call it a day. They're searching for water. There's no fucking water. It's the desert. So there was this one little trickle of water, and they have like a hierarchy of like the top apes go first, and it was following this pregnant mother with her child. And she cut the line. There was one baboon that was like the enforcer, and she tried cutting the line, and he like whooped her ass, and she like had to
He
square
hit
up.
a pregnant woman?
I think he attacked her. He attacked one guy. One guy was like, "I'm cutting the line," and he just caught a whooping, bro. But I mean, look, these apes, don't fuck around in line.
Bro,
That's it.
I'm picturing Gil watching this shit, and he just goes, damn.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh my God.
it's a universal
got me
thing.
in
Respect
tears.
the
Yeah,
sanctity
I don't
of
know why
line.
the way you say baboon is.
I think it's just funny because
Baboon.
you're
I
so...
think I say baboon. You said baboon.
Baboon.
Boom. Fucking, you're so passionate about Planet Earth 3,
Oh,
bro.
God, dude. Planet Earth 3. So
I've
far.
maybe seen you for 20 minutes a day, and it's the third time you brought it up.
I should tell you something about it. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna watch it after
You
this.
absolutely
I'm not
should.
even kidding.
Absolutely should.
Ugh.
You'll be sitting there like, fuck, it was right. Shit
That's so
slaps.
funny. All right, I've got one that I'm really passionate about. I know I've brought it up to y'all before. If you and a group of people are leaving a house and I'm standing there waiting to lock the door and I walked out first, if you're the last person out, you pull the door shut. Are you hearing me right now?
Wait,
Oh my
what?
God. Have
Picture.
we-
Okay, I'm gonna
have we
picture a
done
scenario.
this to you?
There's 6 people. We're all hanging in here, right? And I'm like, all right, let's head out.
Yeah.
I have the keys, right?
Okay.
I'm the first one out the door, so I'm just kind of standing, waiting for everyone to pass by so I can lock the door.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And the last person out doesn't pull the door shut.
Pain in the butt.
I gotta fucking lean in and grab.
Yeah,
Bro, that shit
Oh,
is
God
selfish.
forbid you must lean.
It's just fucking rude, man.
Have I
Yeah.
done that to you? I feel like I've never even
Yes.
thought about it.
Gil never does it to me. Gil always pulls the door shut.
I feel like I'm always thinking like, oh, he's gonna lock the door. Like he'll pull it
yeah,
shut.
the least
It's
you
not-
could do. I'm driving. I'm locking the door. The least you could do is just Bullet
okay,
shot.
heard. Wow.
Listen, don't get all defensive.
I said heard.
Listen, you got your copping attitude. I fucking hate it.
It's just something I never would have thought of. That's
True,
why.
bro.
That's
True.
why
I
I
fucking
immediately
know.
got nervous that I had done it to you, and I've clearly
Yeah,
made you
little
mad.
little like acts of consideration like that are really important to me.
I know.
Yeah.
Do you? No, like
Or I've learned.
I would literally like rather someone do that, than like, it's just like we're looking out for each other. We're all like contributing to make this whole situation easier.
I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah, I'm getting all fired up.
If someone offers you a piece of gum, accept the offer.
Really?
It might
What
be a
if you don't-
suggestion.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, you want a mint? And they're like, no. There's like green mist coming out of their mouth.
SpongeBob shit.
Yeah. Yeah, because here's the thing.
Here we go.
No one ever fucking offers gum. So if they're offering gum,
That's how I
it
feel
means you
about
got
it.
bad breath.
Okay, good. I don't think I've ever been offered gum, so I'm feeling good about that.
Yeah, you must have perfect breath.
Must have dialed in breath. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So you go?
Oh, do you hear Whitney out there?
She's
Sure
crying.
do.
She's crying.
Oh.
She's crying.
I think so. I have to.
I'll drop one real quick
Okay,
again.
yeah,
Do you want,
look at my
or do you
notes.
go? You want to go?
You go.
If you didn't order food or weren't hungry or whatever, when the food comes and the plate's steaming hot, or my food, the knock on the door comes, don't now decide you're hungry and you want some of my food.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
All right.
I thought
if you
you were
didn't
gonna
get
say
on
something
the
different.
order.
Don't expect any of mine. Like I executed the order with precision.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Respect.
excited about every
know it.
bit
I
of this
ordered-
order.
I
He's
ordered
watching
it-
Planet Earth 3 while the fucking food's coming.
I ordered it with intent, dude. So like, don't ask. Like, no, well, you know what I mean. Like, I would have ordered something for you. Or
and
whatever.
you're very giving. If you wanted, you will offer.
If it's the bottom of the ninth and my stomach's full and I'm like, here's let me serve you up a meatball. Yeah, take it
I'm
deep.
the
But
Or like the other
vulture.
day when you told Aaron if he did however many pull-ups, you'd give him a taco.
right,
I did that shit.
right. That was that offer was on the table. But yeah, if it's the top of the fourth, don't just like I'm like in the middle of eating. Like, come on, now you want a handful of fries?
Yeah.
Like,
This actually makes me think of one that I'm really passionate about. I didn't
Me
have on my
too.
list. If we're all out to eat and I'm not drinking and fucking, Susie and Jonathan are throwing back margaritas
Yeah,
and the
yeah,
bill comes, don't say we're splitting that evenly.
No.
Oh no!
If you
absolutely.
ran up
we're
$100 in
never
drinks.
splitting the bill evenly unless we like all shared food.
Right.
Yeah.
100%. I just hate when people do that. They're like, oh, so we just do even checks. I'm like, you had 13 margaritas.
Yeah,
like, that's
no.
$1,200.
Right,
like,
right.
what the fuck?
I also thought
I
of
hate
one
that
that
shit.
wasn't on my list that I thought you were gonna say. This is a pet peeve of mine as a server. When you go to a restaurant, oh my God, especially if you're in a big group, for the love of God, please remember what you ordered. I'm walking up to a table, my arms full of plates of food. I'm like, okay, I have this burrito, crickets.
that's crazy.
All right. Okay, I have this, or they won't like if the food comes to your table. Also, stop talking. Listen
yeah.
up. Listen
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, yeah.
It's time to lock in, everybody.
This is absolutely a social rule. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, time to
100%.
lock in.
Respecting your
Listen up, and remember what you ordered. Oh, I don't know. Did I have that? Well, it's getting dropped on the table.
It wasn't 3 days ago. How'd you forget?
I like where I work. I usually am not the one who took the order, so I don't remember. I'm not going to remember who ordered what. I have no idea who you are. I looked at a ticket. It said, "Bring this item here,"
To this
and
table.
here I am. And you don't know. Like, and I'm not just going to stand there. Like, I'm dropping it on the table. Moving on.
Does this
Who
happen,
knows?
Does this happen often?
Yes, especially with big groups of people. Oh, I don't really remember what I ordered. Okay, well, figure it out. I don't know. Like,
you should just start dumping them on the ground.
yeah. Oh,
Burrito? No
Yeah.
one?
I guess I'm eating it.
Drop it. Yeah.
The group that gives you the full attention when the server comes has my respect.
But
Like,
I love the person. Oh my God. It'll be a big group and I start calling out food and people are still talking and nobody's listening. And there's a person that goes, okay, the burrito, who had it? Who had it?
Yeah.
You know what? I'll take it. We'll figure it out. I'm like, oh, God
absolute
bless you.
weapon. Yeah, sure.
Is this an unwritten social rule? I don't know if it falls under this category, but it's definitely a considerate thing to do. Like when you're done at your table, kind of gather up all your silverware and plates and stuff and just put it
yes.
at the end of the
It
table.
is not necessary, but appreciated. Please stack your plates. If you're going to do this, stack your plates. Silverware and trash all go on the top plate. Cups separate. Usually like in a restaurant, cups and like dishes get washed separately. So you don't have to like do all that. So like stack the plates, silverware and trash all on the top. cups stacked separately. Like you don't have to, but it's just it's
Right.
appreciated.
I wouldn't. I think that's like a nice thing to do. I wouldn't say that's like a.
I'm never when people leave a mess at the table. I'm like, whatever. This is my job. But when people like stack them up real nice, it's like, all right, that
It's
makes
like
my
bringing your
life a little bit
shopping cart
easier. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
I would argue that bringing your shopping
that's
cart
a
back
good
is
one.
more of a rule.
Necessary.
Yeah. Well, yeah, for sure.
You're
But
an animal if you leave that shit in the
No,
parking
you're a
lot.
scumbag. But like, the
Especially
plates-
it'll take up a parking spot. Like, oh,
yeah,
fuck
like,
you.
What a degenerate. Yeah. Don't hang out in entrances and exits.
oh my, yes.
People that loiter in the thing in the.
Yes,
the
this
path.
also happens as a server a lot. People will like hang out on the patio stairs or by the door to the patio. Like, I'm working. I gotta run around this bitch. Get out of my way.
In anywhere, like near, like in front of an elevator or whatever, like in front of the gas station, like the crew hanging out in front of the gas station. Now I gotta like break through this, like I don't know.
And also probably get heckled.
Yeah, it's whatever. Like, just come on, move along or like step to the side. I don't know. It kind of pisses me off.
Sometimes people just be like hanging out,
Yeah,
you know,
Yeah, like
No
hanging out
particular
outside the
reason.
gas station. Like,
or anywhere for that matter. It's like, I don't know, people like just don't be in the way. That's
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
fucking social rule, man. Just don't be in the way.
have some spatial awareness. I know sometimes I can lack this, but
I never said anything. All right, this one is so important to me. When the plane lands,
clap.
that's funny. You absolutely, if it was a rough ride, definitely clap. I'm saying the people who just like fucking shoot
Yes.
up and grab it's like,
We're not getting off for a second. Relax.
yeah.
Yeah.
And also like when it is time to get off, like please don't take your time grabbing your bag.
Be ready.
Grab that shit and get the fuck off
ready.
the plane. Some people are just taking their sweet time. And when you're in the back of the plane and it's hot and it's been a long flight and you're uncomfortable, it's like you never want to just fucking just commit a crime more than that moment.
Yeah, I don't get this. That's like that was a pet peeve of mine.
Yeah, if you're not in the front row and you're just standing up immediately, I mean, maybe you want to stretch your legs, whatever, but like it gives me anxiety.
Yeah, me too. It's like what the fuck?
And like their backpack is fucking hitting you in the face. Like
then
bro,
you're like
come
doing like the kind of like it depends on how tall you are, obviously, but like you're like leaning over kind of someone's seat. Like
Yeah.
you're just standing
Yeah.
there. You're in the back.
Yeah.
on. We get it. You want to get off this plane. So just
Patience,
fucking
people,
relax.
patience.
Yeah.
Sense. When a car slows down and it stops to let you cross, I think it's your duty to do the performative jog and apologetic wave.
Yeah.
It's just my
Yeah.
opinion.
Don't just take your sweet time. Somebody stops for you.
Some people are like, oh, fuck that. I'll take my sweet time. Like, whatever. Nah.
Yeah. I mean,
Everyone's gonna
even
bitch
if you have the right of way, it's just the polite thing to do
Yeah.
to like give them a little wave. Be like,
Yeah, even if you're not even really jogging, just act like it. for a
Acknowledge it.
second.
Thanks for not hitting me with your 10-ton vehicle.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, so true. Oh, here's a good one. Please don't hype beast in public. And what I mean by that is like if you and your friends are out to dinner or you guys are out doing something and that one person in the group's always like, that's gonna blah 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 blah. They start dropping all this like wellness shit on you, and you're like, I appreciate that, but like not the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People who are always trying to be like a fucking fit, like a wellness influencer around you and shit. Like,
Yeah.
but like I said, I really appreciate all that stuff because like thinking about that stuff is important. But
Like
I
when
don't know.
somebody's trying
That
to
shit just-
lecture you about something when you're like just trying to chill. Like,
yeah, exactly. Like know the time to bring shit up and like
yeah, if we're like having a conversation about it,
Yeah.
let's talk about it. But
know when to just chill.
Yeah. That kind of makes me think of one. Praise others in public, but correct them in private. It's like especially important if
That's
you're
a good one.
If you're in a leadership position or you whatever, you're in management. Don't blow up. And I've made this mistake in the past, but don't blow up in front of everyone. Like pull this person aside and have a conversation. It's just the right thing to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah.
Sorry, I kind of zoned out there. I was like thinking of a situation where this happened.
To you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry to bring the trauma.
Vietnam helicopters behind my head. Yeah, bro.
I actually was looking into your eyes there, and it looks like you
I know.
had some
He went
PTSD.
somewhere
I
else.
was looking at you. I was looking through you, bro.
I know. I was like, is this kid hearing me right now? I was like, what do you think?
Oh my god, that was
Oh my
dark.
God. Do you want to share?
Oh my gosh. No.
No. Okay. Sorry.
Aw.
Jesus.
Here's a good one. If you go to someone's house and you see that there's shoes around the front door, that's an indication to take your fucking shoes
Yep,
off.
I just
100%.
always take my shoes off, to be real. Like,
Yeah, I
I
think-
feel really uncomfortable being inside someone's house, especially if there's like rug or carpet my shoes are on. I just grew up in a no shoes household.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
it makes me uncomfortable.
I would say in general, maybe imposing your own house rules onto someone else's house is a super no-no.
No. Absolutely
Like some people are comfortable going into other people's fridges without asking. In my house growing up, that was a huge no-no.
not. Really.
Not going into our own fridge, but like it was taught like you do not go into someone else's fridge without asking them.
Well, yeah, that's good manners and stuff.
yeah, but
for
some
sure.
people
Yeah.
just do that shit. They assume that because they were welcomed into the house that
Okay.
That's kind of crazy.
That's
to go.
wild.
Right?
that'd
I would
be
never
kinda
do
crazy.
that.
that's insane.
I would
That's
ask her
embarrassing
if
as
it
fuck.
was like, like I'm thinking like in high school, like my best friend's house who I'm at every day,
Yeah.
and it's like an established like our food is your food.
Yeah.
Like that's different. But
that is different.
I would never go into somebody's fridge without asking. That's crazy.
yeah,
Actually.
it's cringe as fuck. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Also, that just made me think of fuck, I just lost my train of thought. Oh, that pisses me off, dude.
Yeah.
Losing your train of thought.
Yeah. What say it again? Don't
Going
go
into
into
someone
someone's
else's
fridge, don't go into
fridge,
someone's
just being welcomed into a home,
Fuck.
shoes off at the door.
Yeah.
Basically just like
You
house
went back too far.
manners.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I have one that has to do with households, I guess, and public. And maybe you guys don't feel as strongly about this as I do, but putting the toilet seat down, as if you have to pee with the toilet seat up, just put it back down. The amount of times I have fallen into a toilet because your dumbass didn't think to put the toilet seat down.
I'm on board with this.
Yeah, 100%.
If we needed to make a square chart, right? So if we're just referring to like men and women, right? Just for the sake of the
Penises
conversation.
and vaginas.
Right. If we're just for the sake of the conversation, when a woman pees, she sits. When a woman poops, she sits. When a man poops, he sits.
Right.
When a man pees, he stands. That's a 3 against 1.
Right.
That means it's just good. Like the odds are that the next person that uses that bathroom might be sitting.
Right. And it
Right?
just,
So,
I just
like,
feel
it's-
like it like men, and obviously not all men, whatever, like, but it's not all men, but it's always a man. But,
That's funny as fuck.
it's true. It's like not all men, but every woman has a horrifying experience with a man. So let's think about that. But it just like encapsulates how men will just do shit and not think about the consequences or think about how it's going to affect somebody else. And I know it's only about a toilet seat, but whenever it happens, I'm just like, oh, you just don't care. You just don't care. You just do whatever you want. You don't give a fuck about what happens afterwards.
I totally agree with you. And this is how I feel about shutting the door on your way out.
Okay.
It's the tiny things.
I'll be better.
I'm not accusing you. Why are you getting so defensive?
I'm owning up to it.
Sounds like a
guilty
person.
I remembered what I was going to say earlier. Talking about like being coming into people's homes and stuff. If you're a host or if someone's coming in your home, offer them a drink. Like I believe strongly in this. Like, do
True.
you need a glass of water? Do you need something like that? Like that means the world to me when someone asks me if checks in on me like that. So I think that's just like kind of it's not necessarily a rule, but it's like a thing you should do.
You know what's funny? You were talking about like the other cultures thing, and like in other cultures, it's like super rude to turn down somebody's offer. But I feel like in America a lot, it's like it feels like it's more polite to say no, like you don't want to be a bother. But like in other cultures, it's rude to like not accept people's offer for like a drink or food or something.
I think
That's super interesting.
I know in some cultures like you don't eat the last thing because then
I
the host
never
thinks,
eat the last thing.
Right. Well, the
I
host
do.
thinks that fuck, I
Oh,
didn't
we
cook
know.
enough.
True.
Oh,
you know?
interesting.
Yeah. So
That's. But then is someone gonna eat it eventually?
well,
Yeah, I
well,
always feel weird when you're like you're out to dinner and you're like all sharing something. There's just like one left, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
I did it the other day. I go, is anybody gonna eat that? And they go, no, it's all you. And like, unless someone fucking puts a fork in my hand when I'm reaching for it.
yeah, you're Mr. Are you done with that?
Oh,
You'll get your food delivered to you, and Aaron, you done with that?
yeah,
You gonna finish that?
Just
Just checking. Kids got 8 stomachs. Also, if it's like a potluck situation and everyone's grabbing a to-go box, keep everyone else in mind when you're filling up your.
Oh, yeah.
If like the
whatever.
best thing was the mac and cheese, don't take 1,000
Yeah,
pounds of the
yeah.
mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Like
We all know
want
what
it.
the best thing was, you know.
Yeah,
Anyway,
exactly.
yeah.
If I made only 6 shrimp, whatever, skewers or whatever,
Oh.
don't grab
That's not
3.
enough.
Don't come over and grab 3. Like,
Yeah.
there's only.
Also, if you're at somebody's house for like a potluck dinner, whatever, I feel like it's super polite to offer to do the dishes, like, or help clean up or whatever. I feel like I was at a friend's giving it at Jay's house, and it wasn't like too many people there, but like obviously I like went and helped do the dishes. They cooked this like incredible spread for us, and then one of the other people that was there just like went and just like sat on the couch, like didn't even offer, like at least offer, you know.
Right. It's the right
I
thing
feel
to
like
do.
that's just rude.
Just helping out, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Especially if they hooked you up with a great meal and
Yes,
they
but like a
welcomed you in.
potluck is like, you know, everybody brought their, but especially if somebody cooked for you and there's like a shitload of dishes there, like, or even if they had done all the dishes already, like do the plates and whatever.
Yeah,
like, I don't know.
Let me help out in some way.
Yeah.
If you didn't
You know-
cook, you're clean.
You know, your mom raised you right if you do that.
Yeah,
you know,
so true.
Sure.
I've got a couple that I want to kind of lump into one. Not only don't comment, but especially don't make condescending comments about someone's style, their body, or their smile or their laugh.
Okay, that's a big one. I had that too.
Yeah.
The
Because-
laugh and the smile.
Yeah, because
How dare you make someone self-conscious every time they're happy?
right,
yeah,
dude, that's
so true.
yeah,
Yeah,
man, that's horrible.
Right? Only celebrate the laugh and the smile.
Yeah, like, I mean, it's just for me, like the style one goes cuts really deep because like for a really long time, you know, just because like shit that happened in my past, I was like really insecure about like wearing what I wanted to wear, and like, so when you know when you wear something fun, people are like, oh, that's interesting. You know, it's like it's not even always a negative comment,
Right.
but just knowing when it's appropriate to comment in general. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes people just like don't want their decision to be perceived, and you know, and then the person gets defensive. Like, I wasn't insulting it. It's like, well, you brought it up,
Yeah.
and I was already insecure about it, and
Yeah.
like now I'm just gonna assume that you wanted to shit talk it, but are trying to be polite. You know what I'm saying? So just
Yeah.
don't fucking say anything.
Yeah,
Right, right.
body's a big one too. Like making
Yeah.
unsolicited comments about somebody's body, even if you think that it's positive. Like in my past, I've like lost weight in like very, very unhealthy ways. But like because I was losing weight, people were like showering me in compliments about my body. So like you think you're doing something nice, but really you're like unknowingly reinforcing like an eating disorder. Like you have no idea that you're doing it and it's coming from a good place. Like you just like never know what somebody's going through, especially with body image stuff. Like just keep it to, just tell them they look nice today or they look good or you're beautiful, whatever.
You're
like
glowing today.
yeah, like, oh my God, you lost weight. You look so good. You must be so happy, blah, blah, blah. Like, actually, like, I haven't eaten in 3 days. So
Yeah.
try again.
Well, it's also just like, you know, reinforcing the idea that
Skinny is
like
better.
like weight equals happiness.
Yeah.
Like that's, I don't know. It's just, that's a
yeah,
fucked
you
up
never know
construct.
what somebody's like. Your body type isn't necessarily indicative of how healthy you are all the time.
Right.
Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't, you know? I don't know.
And
Facts.
any body type, even people you see who are like fucking and like textbook in great shape, you know, like shredded and blah, blah, blah. Like everybody has body dysmorphia at some point in their lives or to some
Well, everybody's
degree. And
way
like,
more critical about their own body
Right.
than you ever are of somebody else's.
yeah. And so like play it safe. Just don't comment, period.
Yeah.
Facts. Speaking of the body thing, never ask if a woman is pregnant.
Oof.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Unless they're like literally bursting at the seams, like so
Right,
obviously
right,
pregnant, and
right.
you don't have to ask.
Right,
but I
right.
just never bring it up. When are you due? Blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah.
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I was in St. Martin. I was pretty young, like maybe I don't even know, 10. My twin sister, one of the locals was like, "How far along is she?" to my mom.
Oh
My
God.
sister was like 10 years old, bro.
Jesus
Mom was
Christ,
horrified.
bro.
My mom was horrified.
Oh my god, sorry, that's not funny.
It's just like it was
That's just absurd.
it was
Yeah, that's just
absurd.
crazy.
It was absurd. Just whoa.
What the
It was
fuck?
my- it's my twin sister, and she was like thin. I was like, what the fuck is going on here?
They're just like trolling you?
I don't know. I don't think so. It was like this older woman. Like, hello. It's just fucking
That's
bizarre,
crazy.
man.
Put her in a
I
home.
remember that though.
That's
How about this?
happened to me.
Introducing your friend to a friend, or not doing so. So, I feel like, and you guys are good about this. Introducing, say that your friend doesn't know your friend.
Yeah, you have to. Oh, this is.
Make the introduction. And I think if you don't make the introduction, that says something to me. I
Yeah.
forgot this person's name. Now introduce yourself. Introduce yourself. Help me to remember this cat's name. You work together, bro.
Yeah.
So I think that's an unwritten rule too. If I haven't introduced you to this person that I ran into, we're together at the grocery store, I haven't introduced you to this person, it's because I can't remember their fucking name. So introduce yourself. Bang! Now we're in business. I got the name now.
That's where you gotta be like, what's your name? And they go, John. I go, no. I know your first name, your last name. And then they say John Smith, and you're like, well, now I got your full name.
It's an interesting move, bro. It's bold. It's bold. It's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean,
You could get called out.
yeah, asking someone their name when you're really talking about their last name is like if you're asking for someone's last name, you say, what's your last name?
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
name is by default your
You
first
could be like,
name.
oh wait, what's your full name? I didn't know your last
Could
name.
say that.
That's good.
I just own up to it when I don't know somebody's name.
Yeah. You meet a lot of people.
Yeah,
so
I'm
I
just
think
like
there needs
so sorry I don't remember your name. Like sometimes people tell me their name and like I'm just like thinking about like, oh my god, I'm about to have to tell them my name. Like what am I gonna say? And it's just like in one ear out the other. Like I gotta meet you like 3 times before that's locked in.
There's nothing worse too, and it's like you've seen this person like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, you're
and
like, now I should
it's
know.
too late. It's too late. Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. I think there needs to be a universal grace that we give
I'm
each
never
other with
offended
names.
when
I've
somebody
never-
forgets my name.
Yeah,
Ooh, I
I've
don't
never
know.
really met anyone that got offended by it.
I've been like, really? Definitely before.
If it's like
Me?
ridiculous, like if I've introduced you to someone like 6 or 7 times and they're still like, what's it?
I guess that's never happened to me, but like
You've never. Oh yeah, I got you. I see
we're
what
like
you're
so
saying.
where I've met somebody that many times they forgot my name.
Right.
I think it's a tell of how charming a person is if they can remember a name. You know
Sure.
what I mean? So like, if it's been 5 times, you don't know my name yet.
I mean, clearly you just don't care.
Yeah,
like that's just
yeah,
kind of
exactly.
which is
Yeah.
fine.
Which
you know?
it is
If
fine.
we're not
Yeah,
close,
chill.
like I don't expect you to remember my name, but like
But
just try.
it's when they do remember it and say you haven't had a lot of interactions. Oof, that's
That
cool.
does feel nice.
Does feel nice, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
If you're walking your dog in a public place where there's lots of people, put that dog on a fucking leash.
Yeah,
I
I'm
know
like,
that-
don't let them jumpy all over everybody. Some people don't like that.
I know this contradicts what we said in an earlier episode where we were shit talking. We were just talking about how weird it was that we put leashes on dogs. Like, when you really zoom out.
Yeah.
But because it's a thing that we do,
Right.
like people who are like, oh, my dog's not going to attack anyone. You know what I mean? They always
Well,
think
you
that
don't
they're
know
like
that.
the exception. Exactly. And like, especially on the Beltline in Atlanta, someone's just like, their dog's just roaming free. Like, what if I'm on a bike and,
Yeah.
that dog just runs up, just jumps to the left or something? I'm like, and I hit
Yeah.
that dog.
Or
Like, I
even
don't
like
you know?
the most well-trained dog could like see a squirrel over there and be like, boom,
What
and
if a
then
car
like go get hit by a
backfires?
car.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's just like for the safety of everyone and your
I
dog.
just think it's kind of selfish.
It's
Yeah.
kind of like the unsolicited touch thing. Like, I
Right.
might not want your dog running up to me. or
Yeah,
whatever.
and if your
Right.
dog
Not
does
me.
it at least, like I don't care, but like at least apologize. Like
Yeah.
I don't know, like it just I feel like there are like bad dog owners that just kind of let their dog do whatever they want. Like that's fine in your house, but like don't bring it in public. Honestly,
Unless it's like a dog park where all the dogs are running free, or the beach or something.
That's different.
Yeah, that's different.
That's like a designated place for that.
Right, and people with dogs should be bringing their dogs there. That's like peak happiness for
Yeah.
dogs.
Yeah. This is a weird one. I'm maybe I'm alone on this. If like we're in public together in a group and like someone brings up a meme or a video that was funny or a song they really like, unless I ask you to show me, don't pull it up on your phone and show me in public.
I don't
don't like
hate
that shit. I don't like someone being like, yo, especially like as a musician,
my
people
God.
are always
listen,
like,
listen to my demo.
yeah, and I'm
Yeah.
like this in a bar and it just sounds like,
No,
like
no,
it just
that-
sounds like
and then you're like
shit.
pretending to. You have to sit there for like 2 minutes and pretend to care. Like,
I'll tell people like let me send it to me and I'll listen to it on my own time.
Yeah.
What is
Yeah.
the point? That you're doing it no justice.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's like,
Like
fuck,
this
stop.
doesn't sound good. Like
Yeah,
it's
unless
unless
I
I
can't hear
ask.
shit.
But
Yeah.
honestly, if you bring up your pet, like I want to see a picture. Like
Yeah.
show me.
that's different. That's you know.
I got something on this big. Feel passionate about it. If someone's showing you a pic on their phone, dude, check this out. Swipe or no swiping.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Swipe
yeah,
or no
swipe.
swiping.
If to swipe is crazy.
Do not. You don't. I don't even know
Where
what's
the
in
fuck
there.
goes?
Yeah, well, I mean,
That's
that's what I'm
wild
saying. You
behavior.
don't do
Curious.
that. You don't do that. You don't do
Yeah.
that. I don't even know what's in there. Don't dig up that crap.
Yeah. Or if you hand someone your phone,
Right.
Guess what? You don't touch that screen.
You don't touch it.
No.
You don't
You
touch
hand it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ask for the Zoom job.
Yeah.
The Zoom job.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because you zoom in on it. Yeah. Because
Yeah.
you might accidentally swipe onto something. Yeah.
X only. Perfume and cologne should be
Oh.
discovered, okay? Not announced.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
I
yes.
like that.
Right?
Verbiage for that.
It should be a reward for intimacy, not a punishment for proximity.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Oh my
Dude.
god. Look at you with these
poetry.
Come on,
Yeah.
bro.
Wow.
If you ever like smell someone before they get to you,
Yes.
like their cologne precedes
It
them.
literally will make me sneeze and give me a headache
Yeah.
if their cologne is like perfume and cologne. Like nice ones are meant like a spritz on the wrist, a spritz on the neck. You're
Bang.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah,
You're
that's
good.
potent.
You're
I've been
good.
knocked
You're good.
unconscious. Some women coming into the places.
I think some guy. I think this is a problem with maybe I think it's a problem with both girls and guys, but
Mhm.
like guys especially take the idea a little too far that it's like girls love when a guy smells good.
Right.
Yeah,
It's like
I feel
literally
like it's
just
usually cologne that sends me over the edge.
Right. Or it's some like fruity ass disgusting perfume.
Or the vanilla.
Like,
I don't really like vanilla perfume, and like
Yeah.
the people will douse themselves in it.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That shit's fucking rank, dude.
Yeah.
It's like what are you covering up?
Yeah, literally.
100%.
I love when people are like trying to like clearly trying to cover up the smell of weed, and they just smell like perfume and weed.
Yeah, it's both.
Like you tried at least. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I've got a good
Remember
one.
that orange spray we had in the bathroom? Or you might remember
orange
this.
spray?
I never.
There was like
used it.
a citrusy room freshener.
So it
Whatever.
would just smell like shit and citrus.
Yeah, it would smell like orange dog shit after I took a dump. Whatever. The Ozium crushes, dude.
The one that we have in there
Yeah, it's
now.
Unreal.
Yeah, bro, that's gill proof.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Um,
But same idea.
What, like knowing when the social cues are happening to leave the party. Those
Oh my
people
God,
who just kind of
especially,
linger
like,
too
at your
long.
own house.
Yeah,
I think this
Especially
is a whole,
in college, there'd just be one kid just like still sitting on my couch at 5 a.m. Like,
bro, can we pack another
Get
one?
it
It's
out.
like go
No.
get out of here.
Point
There's
to
a, there's a-
bed.
there's a few signals usually. Oh, it's getting kind of late, or I got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow. That should be your cue, obviously.
I'd be like, oh my God,
If
I'm
someone
getting the
starts-
fuck out of
Yeah,
here.
if you start
eject.
talking about tomorrow.
Yeah,
I gotta
eject.
go.
yeah.
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 Parties and gatherings is like a whole unit.
Yeah.
Don't pull up uninvited.
Mm.
Obviously,
That's crazy.
don't be the last person there. Like, don't be the last person.
It's
there.
like the last thing.
Unless
on the
you're
plate.
Unless you're like the best friend and or you
Yes.
have plans to stay over. It was already talked about. Obviously, that's different. But like, if you're kind of on the cusp and you're just like lingering, it's like, all right, like we're like shutting off lights and shit. You know,
Oh,
we're
I
like,
would never. I
yeah.
love
And then
to leave early.
I've seen it.
they
happen.
always pull the can I help you clean up? It's like, no, go. I
Yeah.
want to be alone right now. I've started being like, I'm tired, everyone. Get out.
right.
Like,
Yeah.
I'll just say it.
Yeah,
I would do
People
that in
appreciate
college.
that.
I would
No,
do
I
that.
do.
I would do that in college. I feel like college, especially, is when I would get the lingers more often than now.
Mm.
But like, I would literally be like, "Do what you want." Like, I'm fucking going to bed. Like,
Yeah.
if you want to sit here and stare at the wall, I don't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah. If you're in the greeting phase too, say people are coming in, like this really goes for smaller gatherings. Say we're having a game night or whatever. Acknowledge everyone before you start blasting into the tea or
Oh,
whatever.
yeah.
Okay, give everyone a hello and then
Yeah.
start whatever.
Yeah.
That's something I think is a rule. Like
Mhm.
acknowledge everyone before you start going off. About whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then if you're in a conversation with someone and you noticed someone, homie's on the cusp, say we're having a conversation and Zoe's kind of just standing there, and we open up the circle.
Bring 'em
and
in.
Invite them in.
Yeah,
Bring 'em in.
I love a person. Like sometimes you're in a big group and you might say something and nobody listen, but then there's that one person that's like that will like engage with whatever you said. I love that person.
God bless them.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah.
sweet.
Everyone's been there, dude, when you're just like, oh, you just finished up a convo. Now you gotta find another.
Oh.
Now I'm just standing here. Like,
God, it's so awkward.
let me
dude.
in, dude. Let me in. Like, God damn, let me in.
Please.
Damn. Oh fuck! I just had a really good one. I forgot it. It had something to do with coming into the house. What were you just talking about?
I was talking about like greeting everyone before you have your side conversations with your best friend or whatever.
Oh, when your friend or someone you know gets home from a weekend trip or gets home from work, like, don't ask them how it was the second they walk into the door. That shit pisses me off.
Yeah, I need a second sometimes
Like,
when I come
Oh wow,
up
I've
in the
definitely
house.
been like, what was it?
Well, when I come into the house and I've been gone for like a week, and I'm like locking the door behind me, someone's
With my
like, "How was it?"
suitcase.
And I'm like,
Let me take a second here.
relax.
Yeah.
I need a minute. Like,
yeah, I get that.
yeah,
I get
because
that.
it's like at that point, do you actually care, or are you just asking because it's like
You
you're
like
on
feel like you have
autopilot?
to.
Yeah, I don't like that shit.
Yeah. And like, let's talk once you've settled and you actually like want to talk about and recount
Yeah.
whatever happened.
I don't know why. Sometimes it really annoys me when people are just like, "How is the thing?"
I do that all the time to you. You seem to
You know,
answer.
I like talking to you.
Okay,
It's different.
I feel like when we do it to each like I genuinely, I'm always asking because I genuinely care. I'm
Yeah,
never like,
same,
oh,
yeah.
how was it? Because I feel like I have to ask. I'm like, oh, I actually like care about what's happening in your life. But I feel like you can tell when somebody's just like asking because they feel like they have to. And that's when I'll be like, it was good. Like,
Yeah.
I won't
And
elaborate.
if someone says that, you got to have the social wherewithal to pick up on that and be like, okay, they don't want to talk about it.
Right,
Like,
right,
Mhm.
right. I also want to give people my close friends at least the opportunity to vent, because I feel like sometimes like that your close friends are the people you can be like, dude, it sucked.
Yeah.
But, like, oh my god, you know.
I love listening to people vent,
Me too.
honestly.
Me too.
Me too.
And I love venting. I don't care. It's good for you. Like that too. I feel like there's sometimes like it's like toxic positivity where it's like, no, you just have to like be happy about everything and be grateful and blah, blah, blah. And yes, but also like things are also going to piss you off along the way. And it's like healthy and cathartic to let that shit out. Like, it's
Absolutely.
not like shit talking or negativity. It's like, if I don't let this out, I'm going to be negative inside. So like, let's just let me feel it out and get mad for a second.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I'll move on and feel better.
Yeah, for sure. I got a big one here. Let me know about wardrobe malfunctions and stuff like that. If my
Yes.
fly is open, I got shit in my teeth, there's some mayonnaise on my upper lip or whatever. Let me know. If it's fixable, it's the 5-second rule. If it's fixable in 5 seconds, let me know. If it's not fixable in 5 seconds, don't bring it up.
That's
If
a really
I know
good
about the
point.
zit on my forehead.
Yeah.
You don't think I know about it?
Yeah.
Of course I know about it. You don't have what you're gonna tell me I got one? No shit, I got one. I've looked in the mirror today and I can't fix it in 5 seconds. So thanks, asshole.
Oh my
You know?
God.
Yeah, like thanks, everybody noticed.
Yeah. God.
I've had this happen again working in service where it's like a stranger comes up and their fly is down and I don't want to be like, hey, like I'm looking at your dick, like your fly is down. Like
You're not.
Ooh, I
I'm
don't know.
not
Let's-
looking at their dick. I'm like looking there because
Yeah.
your fly is down, but I feel weird saying it to a stranger. Like if it was one of my friends, be like, yo, your fly's down. Like get
Yeah,
it together.
yeah,
but
I get that. I kind of
I'll
get
say
that.
it to anyone.
I will. I think people appreciate it. If someone,
I think
if-
I would.
I'd be embarrassed if a
Oh, for
girl was
sure.
like, "Hey," well, like a server was like, "Yo, dude, you're." I'd be like, "Oh shit, thank you."
I think I'm
but-
gonna tip you $1,000.
Yeah, I've had customers where they got a little something. I'm like, "Hey, right here," and they're like, "Oh, dude, thank you." Like they appreciate that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
you
I
just wanna
guess I
save them
would.
a world of hurt.
Yeah.
you know? So,
True.
Yeah.
You never know.
I feel like everyone's gonna agree with me on this one. If you're in public and you're talking on the phone on speaker, if you're watching a video without headphones, listening to like music on a speaker, like I don't know why it just like really pisses me off. Like do this. Like why are you talking on the phone on speaker in the
Yeah,
grocery store?
I don't
what are you
understand
doing?
the speaker thing.
What do
I
you
don't
you
get
want
it.
everyone to hear your conversation? I don't know. It just like makes me mad. Or you're like sitting there watching a video loud. Oh, like that. This would happen a lot of times with like my ex specifically. Like we would be like laying in bed and I'm like watching TikToks, whatever, like quietly to myself and he blaring. Why? Like it's just like another man just taking up too much space and not caring about me at all.
Yeah, the whole phone thing in general, like kind of this spawned a little something about texting and calling specifically. Don't call more than twice. If you called me 3 times, like
Somebody
are
better
you-
be dead.
Yeah, like what is
Yeah.
going on?
Mhm.
Like unless it's like an urgent emergency, like really one call should do it. I didn't answer the phone.
Mhm.
Okay, I'll get back to you or whatever. 2 calls, 3, you're an absolute psycho. And if dude, here's a rule on Unwritten, but absoluterule.com. K, oh my God. Don't do it.
Didn't you text me okay the other day?
No,
Okay is
just
totally
K.
different,
I don't fuck with okay either.
bro. What? Okay is fine.
No,
No,
it's not, bro.
I disagree.
Let's take it to the comments, see what people think. But
I
Is
feel like
okay fine? Okay,
if you just
fine.
text me
I think
okay
okay-
with no punctuation, I'm like assuming you're mad.
I feel like that's the same thing. Now that we have like reacting to a message, I would just like the message before I just
Yeah,
say
yeah,
like
yeah.
okay.
I don't know. My mom, I'll drop the okay too and stuff. But
I
okay.
prefer a KK.
KK is kind of whack in my opinion.
You are whack.
One more K, one more K, and you're fucked.
Dude, I would never put that. I would never do that.
K, bro, a K, K.
Just
Oh,
KK.
God. Okay.
Yeah, you'd put K like I assume that
Shit's
you're
like-
mad at
yeah,
me.
you're not just mad.
Or like a lot of periods in the text. I mean, as I get older, I'm like, all right, punctuation's like fine, but
You know what's interesting is like you can put periods in the text, but not at the very end of the text.
yeah,
True.
Think about
that,
Yeah,
you
that
know?
is kind of
unless
psycho
I'm
shit.
freaking mad, I'm texting fast as fuck.
Isn't it so funny that we've adopted punctuation as like a symbol for anger over text?
It's funny how like texts are perceived, man. That's why sometimes it's not the best way to communicate your.
It's never
usually
a
not.
Yeah,
good way
it's-
to
it's actually
communicate.
awful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because usually it just sounds.
Things
so
can just like
evil.
really get misconstrued.
Yeah,
like
100%.
I hate doing that.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, but there's something I don't know.
You
Like
texted me one time, bro, and I literally almost so mad.
Why? What did
Oh.
what
I
was
don't
it?
know I forget what it was, but you texted me about something. It was about which was a totally fair text. You mind if I bring it up?
Sure.
You texted me about, and I shouldn't have got this angry about it. And
Oh my
we
God,
never
I'm so
talked about it.
excited. I'm so
It's not
excited
even
right
that big
now.
of a deal. And I fucked up. Like I shaved my my face.
Oh, yeah.
And I left a bunch of hair like on the sink counter, and you were like, "Hey man, do you mind like putting a paper towel or down or whatever when you shave? Like it's just hair all over the sink." Totally fair thing to come up to me about, which was like, and I've been doing a better job, have I not?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's been clean.
Yeah, it's been clean.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, bro. Of course.
Roommate shit.
But
Kiss.
But you sent me the text, and it was just like it was like right when I was walking into work, and I'm like, this dude couldn't have just talked to me about it tomorrow. I guess it was you. It might have slipped out of your mind. You wanted to be like just lay it down, but I thought for a second it kind of angered me. It didn't anger me, but I was like, eh. I thought for a second I would never text him that if he was about to get on stage for a gig. I would never send him something like that. He's about to go into action. He's about to go to work. And
Sure.
it just frustrated me.
Yeah, I'm
and it
sorry.
was about the timing of it, I think. But
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know you were walking into work.
yeah, it's all good. It's all good. I mean, I was in the wrong in the first place, but
My thing is like, especially with group text, sometimes it's like, it's hard to find a time that the three of us can sit down.
yeah,
It's fine.
Oh.
And so sometimes, like, I understand that a group text is annoying, but like, it's the only way to communicate.
No,
it
that's
sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's like, I
perfectly
never
solid.
mean it with condescending
No,
tone.
no.
I know. I have to separate that because I have my stepdad used to like just send like if we did something wrong, he would like take a picture of it and send like just a horrifying text. We've grown since then, but like it's like so when somebody texts me about something like going wrong in the house, I like immediately I'm like, oh my God,
yeah.
they hate me and everything's falling apart. But I mean,
You're pretty good about being like sending like nice texts.
yeah.
I try to be nice.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's
Sometimes
actually
sometimes I'm ready to throw all your fucking mugs in the garbage.
yeah,
but
I appreciate it. Yeah.
What mugs?
we got a lot of mugs in this house. We got too many mugs.
I got some stowed away. You don't even know how many mugs there could be in this house.
Bro, I hate that there's hidden mugs in this house. I don't like that.
We have a ridiculous. There is a ridiculous amount of mugs.
I love mugs.
Mugs are cool.
Do you know how many mugs I've seen since moving here? I'm like, oh, I really want to buy that mug, but like, fucking
You can
Aaron
keep
gets
them in
the
your
mug.
room.
Yeah, get the mugs.
You can have your little mug
Mug
shelf in
collection.
your fucking room.
Yeah.
But that shelf is a fucking pube hair away from ripping out of that wall because there's so much shit.
Yeah,
on
it is kind of funny that we have like 30 mugs and like 2 glasses like for water.
Yeah. 90 mugs.
It's like this is the only time I ever use a mug.
I use a mug every day.
Great mugs.
Yeah, because you make your fucking nasty ass Dunkin' coffee.
It's pretty good for the price, actually.
It's nasty.
No, it's good.
No. I'm asking.
It is good, but I associate it with hangovers because we always used to drink it when I used to be drinking. I'd be super hungover, and we'd always
Drinking
have
my
your
hazelnut
Dunkin'
coffee.
Yeah, and so now anytime I smell it, I'm just like I am hungover. Right
Sometimes
now.
I'll be up, so I'll be up early and
Early enough
early
that
enough.
I'm waking up making coffee.
and I'll smell it. I'll like come out to take a piss, and I'll be like, "It smells phenomenal."
It's great. It's good. I think Dunkin', not sponsored.
No, Dunkin' slapped. Dunkin'
The
slaps,
Dunkin'
dude.
like bags of coffee are actually pretty good for what the price is. Like it's not some bullshit. You
It'd
know?
be heresy for me as a New Englander to be like Dunkin' stinks. I love Dunkin'.
I'm not gonna go
How
to
do
a
you-
Dunkin' Donuts honestly. Like if I'm gonna get a coffee out, I'm gonna go to like a local place. But
Yeah, I tried it too.
I
but
feel
for my
about-
home coffee,
How do you feel about Tim Hortons? I fucking love Tim
I
Hortons.
mean, I don't feel strongly really about any like chain coffee. I feel like none of it's that good. Sorry.
I agree.
Sure.
Shout out Con Leche.
Atlanta.
Yeah, literally, Con Leche Park Grounds, Chrome Yellow, Dancing Goats. Like, oh, this place Kinship I just tried in Virginia Highlands. Best espresso I've ever had in my life.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, I had the cold brew at Chrome Yellow today, and I feel like I fucking took an Adderall, dude.
Dude,
It's
Chrome
best.
Yellow,
So
Chrome
good.
Yellow is also up there. Like some of
They
the
got
best
Chrome
coffee.
Yellow in Switch Yards, and it just like rips
Oh my
hard.
god, it's so good.
This is my last one. Don't film and photograph people without their permission.
Ooh.
Yeah, of course.
I see these videos of like people filming celebs. This person's my hero. Look how mean they were to me, or whatever. They don't really respond. It's not their job to like entertain
Yeah,
you.
can you imagine
Yeah.
people coming up to you all the time? Like, oh my, I feel like that's a good one. Like, leave celebrities alone. Like, they're just people.
They're just
Yeah.
people. Yeah.
I think the celebrity obsession is like really cringe.
It's sometimes cool to like. I will after fan like the other day. I don't even know if I told you guys this. The other day, a couple of the actors from White Lotus were at my job, and it's like I'm not gonna go up and be annoying, but I'm like, oh, that was kind of cool. Like I got to see like
Yeah, of
some
course.
people from my favorite show.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. Anything else? Anything to add?
No, I feel like a weight's lifted off. Of
I know.
me.
I'm like,
I
I'm-
feel
I
sufficiently
need to.
vented.
I need to go brain rot.
Yeah. All right.
I need to go watch Planet Earth 3.
Yeah, you need to watch Planet Earth 3. Fuck, it's good. All right, baboons on 3.
Well,
1, 2, 3. Baboons. Bang.
Give us a bang, Zoe. Take us out.
I
Fuck
felt
yeah.
really uncomfortable.
You crushed.